Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I've just got a bit of a pickup video for you because it's all relevant to the channel. It's all kind of interesting and I'm quite excited about the things we've picked up. I've just been out with my mum and dad earlier today for, a bit of a shop, and it's been a very productive hunt. We went out with an idea of a couple of things we needed and we came back with that and more. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I picked up is this rather cool foldable table, and it's a simple bog standard foldable table. I've been meaning to go out and look for these for ages. It's just that I don't happen to get out to charity shops quite as much as I used to. So the purpose of this, of course, is as I'm using it right now, so I have somewhere that I can put things on a video that, whilst also using this kind of background, etc. Obviously, the kinks aren't quite worked out yet. The lighting is pretty horrific. I kind of wanted this to be a framing where you can get my face and the table, like a little bit of the table in. It's all just jiggery-pokery at this point. But, if I put something on the table, you can see it. The lighting we're just going to have to work out. And the whole thing is, something I'll work out another day. I was getting pretty hot and bothered trying to get this set up. And it's also not ideal with the legendary amount of clutter I tend to keep piled up on the floor. All of that's been a bit dislodged, although technically speaking this doesn't add to it, which is kind of the point. So yeah, the purpose is the things were twofold. One, I wanted to do kind of NWO openings and stuff front facing. If I do a mail opening here, I can obviously just put the box down and dig into it. And finally, it's because otherwise I have to interrupt my animation setup to actually film a video, which isn't the biggest hamper on filming in the world, but it definitely doesn't help, So yeah, if you guys just bear with me with the dodgy staging we're having on this particular video, hopefully this will be a step up for the channel. It cost £3. We went looking in a big charity shop near me called Daisy Chain Superstore for this, and my mum was wanting to have a look for dollhouse stuff. I'd been meaning to look for these for a very long time, so I didn't immediately see it, but then when my mum pointed it out, I looked for 5 seconds and realised there was two in there. One of them was £10 and I wasn't convinced, but then we had a bit more of a look. We came across this one for £3. Much better price. Does the job, is what it is. Now you guys might have to get used to hearing that every now and then in the videos, because you know me, I can't keep my hands still. Next things we got in Daisy Chain. First of all, I do not have around me. Where did I put them? That's good. That's really good. Alright. So the first things that I picked up were two Nerf guns. A Strong Arm, which was £2, and a Fire Strike, which was £1. The light doesn't work on this anymore, but I'm assuming that is just a battery problem rather than anything else. Yeah, I mean, these are basically to resell. I don't really need another Fire Strike or another Strong Arm, but it's always fun to pick these up if you see them in charity shops for a couple of pounds. I've ended up with way more kind of small blasters by doing that, thinking to myself, well, I'll either keep it or resell it, knowing deep down that I'm just going to end up keeping them. I have no use for one more of each of these, and they're just a fun thing to sell. It's £3 all in. Probably looking somewhere around a tenner for the pair of them. I'll probably just sell them as a bundle. They probably won't sell for much individually, but when you can combine the postage of the two, you might do a little bit better. So that was a really cool pickup. It's nice to pick up Nerf guns. It's just a bit of fun. You got to resell things that you're interested in. Next up, I was kind of just wondering a bit later on. I was kind of thinking that was it. I was kind of thinking, they didn't have any tables. I'd got the Nerf guns, there wasn't really much else going on, but I was kind of wandering around the books and the DVDs. I don't spend much time in there nowadays because there's no money in DVDs, there's little money in books, and they're both things that I just don't need more of, cluttering up the room. But I did spot this 100 Days class co-star, this 100 Days to Victory book by Saul David, just about the First World War and everything. I feel like, I might be wrong, but I feel like I've seen this in Belgium. I could be wrong. This monument, this kind of memorial thing. And I just thought, this is pretty cool. It's a massive book, and although I already have loads of books about the First World War that I haven't read, I am a big World War One geek. For some reason I was compelled to pick this up, so I started having a look at the rest of the books because they were £3 for £1. Book this big, £3 for £1. You don't really get Wi-Fi connection in Daisy Chain. It's so big, and like it's basically like a massive shipping container, so that you don't often get Wi-Fi signals. So I did look at the books to resell, but the first thing I saw was A Dance with Dragons by George R.R. Martin, and I tried to look it up and whether it was worth selling, but the Wi-Fi wasn't having it. But eventually, after scanning for a little while, I found another George R.R. Martin, A Sword of Storms, and they aren't worth anything individually. They're about $3.50 each, which is not really worth the postage if you don't have a special deal with Royal Mail. But for the sake of £3 for £1, I thought we'll pick them up, we'll bundle them together, then we can put the two of them on for less than £7, make money on them, and if anyone's wanting both, they can get them both for slightly less than buying them individually. So that is the plan there. Next we went to Smith's, and it was kind of weird going back to Smith's. I used to work there last year, and I haven't really been back an awful lot of times. I was kind of downtrodden a bit when they let me go. I was probably more disappointed than I expected to be. Definitely more disappointed than I led on. And I've avoided going back in. Obviously, there's a lot less reason to go to Smith's now that they don't get the AEW figures, and now that the UK doesn't seem to get those at all. We've had like one wave. We've had like 2 waves in the last year. And one of them was nearly a year ago. But yeah, I decided to go in this one instance. If they have something in store that I need to get, I do just get up. I'm not exactly scared of going in. Of course, after all this time, it was weird. Like the shop looked so big again. Of course, once you start working there for like a minute, it doesn't feel that big anymore. But it going back in, it was like huge. It was like the shelves are towering over you, and that was very surreal. Seeing everyone again, it did kind of bum me out a little bit. It made me a little bit sad, but it is what it is. And I have thought about applying again this year. I just don't know whether that's something I want to put myself through or kind of, do it myself again. I definitely wouldn't stay until Christmas this year because I just don't have a need to. So yeah, without waffling on about the profoundness of going back to my old employers, the reason we went to Smith's is because I needed to pick up at some stage in addition to having a lot of frustration in trying to get this video set up at all, I've also been interrupted quite a few times while trying to film it, and it's now way after I got this stuff. The enthusiasm is pretty much dead at this point. I've done the sad, depressing part of the video as well just now. Starting to lose the will, guys. At some stage, I needed to get the Elite Legends 19 D'Lo Brown and Kama Mustafa in the Nation of Domination gear. Of course, Nation of Domination are a big thing in my Fed. The D'Lo Brown that I have, the joints are really terrible, and the one I originally bought was only £10, so I didn't mind spending £20 to upgrade it and replace it, get the double jointed elbows and everything. And it is just nice being on the bright green version. Of course, I had to get Kama as well. Not only is he in Nation gear, so he fits in a little bit better than the Ultimate Fighting Machine and the Godfather, but I also had to recomplete the Charles Wright collection I didn't intend to have. Godfather, Papa Shango, Fighting Machine Kama. We had to get Nation Kama as well. Now, the reason I went in store is because I wasn't sure about D'Lo. Now, if I had the opportunity, I probably would have picked up the Chase as well. And one thing I didn't want was that I need this version. I don't necessarily need the Chase, but I would like it. And if I'd ordered these online and the Chase had come, I would still have to buy this one as well, because this is the one I actually need. If I go in store and they don't have a Chase, then I can't get a Chase. I get the ones I actually need, and we save £20 there, which is just as well, because there's a lot more figures to buy. There's a lot of stuff going on this month. But yeah, really cool to finally get these sorted. Look, there's another interruption. My floodlights just died. For God's sake, man. Oh, God, this video, it isn't that deep. It shouldn't take this long. Do definitely think that the floodlight is on its way out. It does keep dying on me mid-video. I've got it plugged in now, so hopefully it'll manage to get... I mean, you can see the fucking wire going through the video now. Jesus Christ. It's still there. Oh, this just isn't going to work, is it? Right, well, you guys know that it's there. I know that it's there. Let's just be mature about this. What was I saying? Yeah, nice to get these sorted. There's quite a few figures that I need to pick up now that we get Legends over here in the UK. So nice to get these sorted and off the list. And you know, we'll probably crack these open ASAP. I'm probably going to do them together, and we'll do it not only to test NWA openings on this bench, but to test the video camera on my new phone, if we can get this lighting etc fixed. It actually looks a little bit better like this. Like it's looking a bit better now, but I mean, maybe I'm just getting used to it. But yeah, that was nice. £40 there. Left Mr. Perfect for now. Left Ted DiBiase for now. They can come down in price. No rush there. But yeah, nice to get those sorted because they are very imperative to my Fed. And the last couple of things, these don't even really merit talking about. It's just reselling stuff, you know. My plans for the day will look for these tables and parcel tape. And there we go. We got parcel tapes. Do you guys hear that? The knocking? That's my brother home from the chippy, which I didn't actually want, but I didn't reply in time because I was popped up while I was filming this video. Now he's brought some home for me. Just knocked on the ceiling, interrupted the video again. Christ! I just got a slush puppy chew bar as well because I'm a massive sucker for slush puppy marketing, and I'm going to need to pick me up after this video, so it's just as well that I did. But yeah, I went out with a plan in my head, look for these tables, get the parcel tape, and pick these up from Smith's. And that was really cool. We also got the guns, so we can make a little bit of this money back with those. Not much, but you've got to resell things you enjoy, you know, and there is money in it, so why not? And of course, we've got the books, some to resell, and one to I'll probably read it eventually in my life, but who knows when that'll be. I'll probably also prioritize it over all the ones I haven't read as well, just because, you know, it's recency in your brain. And then these to sell as well. I figure, I mean, even if I put these on Facebook Marketplace for like £1, I've made 33 pence profit on the book that I kept, you know. So that is everything for today. We do have a little Yu-Gi-Oh mail that'll be due in a couple of days, and obviously we're going to try out the NW opening for these guys as well. But with that all being said, thank you for watching. I'm bringing this cacophonous video to an end. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do check out the playlists in the end screen. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.